Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. I've had many amazing teachers in my life, and some of them are just in my life for a moment and just a little bit of time, and then they teach you something, and it's incredible. That's the dishwasher drawer, and I wish I had shut it all the way. For some reason in the morning, I don't shut it all the way, and it starts beeping. Anyway, right when I'm recording. Anyway, so I had bought a box of Lucky Charms with my own money. I was a kid. I think I was in elementary school. And I got the Lucky Charms home and I was so excited. Nobody else in my family really liked Lucky Charms. So these were going to be for me. I mean, marshmallowy delicious or whatever they said. Anyway, I get my box of Lucky Charms. I open them, I pour them out, and there are no charms. There are no marshmallows in the Lucky Charms. And I was like, wait, what? And I sifted and looked through the whole box. There were none. So I took the box back to the grocer. And in our neighborhood back in the 60s, in a black neighborhood in Wilmington, Delaware, the grocer was a Jewish family that lived in our neighborhood that had their store there. I mention this to you because back in the 60s in black neighborhoods, that was typically the only folks who would have a grocery in your neighborhood. They lived among us. They lived right along with us, and we shopped with them, and they were a part of the community. Anyway, so I take it back to him, and he says, "Oh, this is not good." So he takes them all. He opens another box, and it's the same thing. "Oh, this is not good. This is terrible. I'm so sorry." And so I said, "Well, I came to get my money back." And he says, "I'm going to teach you a better lesson than money." And I was like, "What's better than my money back? I want my money." And he went out in the back and he did something and he came back with the address to, I think it's General Mills that makes Lucky Charms, to the people at General Mills. And he asked me, "Can you write?" I said, "Of course I can write." And he said, "I want you to write them a letter and tell them where you bought it and tell them what happened and tell them a little bit about you." And I was like, "Yeah, but I want my money back or some Lucky Charms." And he was like, "No, this will be much more important for life." I was not happy about it because I had to wait longer for Lucky Charms. Anyway, I write the letter. And it's maybe a week or so later, my mother says, "Oh, you've been writing to cereal companies?" I was like, "Yes." And they had written me back to me, but she opened it because it's her house. And I'm still a kid. And inside the envelope was a very, very nice letter from somebody high up in the company apologizing for the mistake and thanking me for pointing out the mistake. And they sent me a bunch of coupons for the giant box of Lucky Charms, many giant boxes of Lucky Charms. And they thanked me for pointing out what was going on and thanked me for writing such a lovely letter and telling them a little bit about me. And that lesson has been important to me. Sometimes someone will bring me something, deliver something, it's not right. I don't complain to them. I don't even complain to the folks who maybe not have done it right. I tend to write a letter, but I make sure that I've written more complimenting letters than I've written complaining letters. That lesson was worth the cost of a box of Lucky Charms. It couldn't have been more than, I don't know, $1.20 back in the day. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that, 80 cents. But sometimes people don't understand the importance of, if something is drastically wrong, first of all, we don't really know in this culture when to complain. If something rises to the level of a complaint, we don't know that. We don't understand if something is, who to complain to. And we don't understand how to present the case. I am so grateful that I learned that very classy lesson as a child. And my mother was proud of me, and the grocer was proud of me, and I was proud of me. I love you. And I still love me some Lucky Charms. Love you.